Auto debt moving into delinquency hit 7.69%. Car insurance rates jumped 26%. And Tesla layoffs possible. Hi, it's Edward, back with another video. Please take a moment to click the thumbs up button below and consider subscribing to the channel. Please also share this video with your friends. Thank you for your support. Today, I read several financial news articles. I've included links to the articles in the description below. I encourage you to read the articles to support the authors and news sources. As a private American citizen, I'd like to report and share my transformative thoughts through commentary regarding small sections of these articles that are of public interest. Today, I read an article on foxbusiness.com written by Megan Henney titled, "Auto Loan Delinquencies Spiked Last Year in Troubling Sign for the Economy." According to the author, about 7.69% of auto debt moved into delinquency at the end of December. This is the highest level since 2010, according to New York Federal Reserve data published Tuesday. Well, my friends, 7.69% of auto debt moving into delinquency doesn't sound that terrible to me, but I'm sure we are talking about a lot of vehicles here. I'll share with you a quote from the author. She said, "A growing number of Americans are falling behind on their car payments, an ominous sign for the U.S. economy as high auto prices and stubborn inflation strain household budgets." Please note the author said this is an ominous sign for the U.S. economy, not me. I'm really not surprised by 7.69% of auto debt moving into delinquency. Just reflect on the past few years. A lot of people took advantage of historically low interest rates and bought vehicles. Many people overpaid for these vehicles by thousands or in some cases tens of thousands of dollars. Somewhere in America, there is someone who rolled over negative equity from a prior vehicle when purchasing a new overpriced vehicle. Someone like this is completely upside down in his or her current vehicle and probably regrets the purchase. I have no doubt someone like this may not want to continue making payments and decide to just face the music with the lender. I'm sure this isn't just the case with cars and trucks. I suspect there are people in a terrible negative equity position in motorcycles, RVs, boats, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, dirt bikes, and jet skis. A lot of these things are fun when you first get them until reality sets in and you have to keep making that monthly payment and cover any of the other applicable expenses such as registration, insurance, or maintenance. Note I said applicable expenses because some of those are not relevant to certain toys that I listed. I'm really surprised I haven't seen any stories recently about delinquencies related to these types of expensive toys. Getting back to the article, the author indicated the percentage of consumers paying at least $1,000 a month for a vehicle surged to 17.1% in the second quarter of 2023, which is at an all-time high and up from 16.8% at the start of the year, according to data from Edmunds. Because of all the inflation impacting Americans, I am sure making a $1,000 vehicle payment has to get old, and at times it may not even be possible given that some incomes have not kept pace with inflation. The author indicates the rise in auto loan delinquencies could be a sign of trouble for the American consumer and the economy. Well, here are my thoughts. The author of this article must have missed the jobs report from about a week ago when everyone was all excited about how great things are with the economy. I made a video about the jobs report and talked about some aspects that I didn't think were particularly good. Check out that video if you have time. While the mainstream media paints a rosy picture about the economy in 2024, I have to wonder how many problems may be lurking that we have yet to hear about, such as more auto loan debt moving into delinquency as reported by the article that I'm referencing today. What do you think about all this? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Auto delinquencies aren't the only thing increasing in 2024. Auto insurance is also going up. I read an article today on foxbusiness.com written by Louis Cassiano titled, "Car Insurance Rates in 2024 Jumped 26% Across the U.S., Report Says." According to the author, nationally, the cost of full coverage car insurance increased to $2,543 this year, or $212 per month, up 26% over the past year. This is according to a report released by Bankrate. Well, my friends, this is not good news for anyone except insurance companies. This is one more example of financial pressure faced by some Americans, which may be why some are having difficulties making their car payments. My heart goes out to people who are struggling financially. The author of this article says the national median household income is $74,580 according to the U.S. Census Bureau, meaning Americans now spend around 3.41% of their income on car insurance on average. Well, my friends, 3.41% of your monthly income is no joke. I bet people who live in big cities and have access to public transportation are really glad they don't have to worry about vehicle insurance. Now, here is what was most interesting to me. Drivers in Detroit pay the highest net average cost of car insurance and highest true cost of car insurance, with 7.98% of income spent on auto coverage. Now, I realize there are some good jobs in Detroit, but it is often considered an economically depressed area. Some drivers there probably can't afford to be spending so much money on vehicle insurance. Did you know that Detroit was also considered the least happy city in America in 2023, according to WalletHub? For all my viewers from Detroit, I'll share some good news with you that might make you happier. I read an article today that has nothing to do with financial news, but I still thought it was interesting. The article was on yahoo.com, put out by People, and written by Kelly Bender, titled, "Woman Saves Cat with Salad Tongs After Pet Gets Venomous Snake Tightly Coiled Around Its Neck." According to the author, a woman in Australia found an eastern brown snake, which is one of Australia's deadliest snakes, wrapped around her cat's neck. She removed the snake wrapped around her cat's neck using kitchen tongs. Apparently, she didn't find out that the snake was one of the deadliest snakes in Australia until later. Well, my friends, I am so glad that the cat's owner, and the snake are all safe. The snake was released to the backyard. This cat and its owner got very lucky. I don't even like to think about what could have happened to both of them. When I was a kid, we had a pool. I had my swimsuit on and no shoes. I ran into the garage to get an inflatable tube for the pool. The garage door was up, so I just ran into the garage and stood there looking around on the walls for the tube, and for some reason I looked down, and a couple of feet away from me was a huge black snake coiled on the floor just looking at me. I slowly backed out of the garage and then took off running back to the pool. That was by far the scariest encounter that I ever had with a large snake, especially since I had no shoes or pants on at the time. Getting back to the financial news, there was a story today that is just as scary as a big black snake coiled on the garage floor, at least for those employed by Tesla. I read an article on foxbusiness.com written by Breck Dumas titled, "Tesla Layoff Fears Mount as EV Giant Reportedly Assessing Which Jobs Are Critical." According to the author, electric vehicle giant Tesla is reportedly mulling over which positions are absolutely necessary, sparking concerns from employees that job cuts at the automaker are imminent. The author indicates Tesla had more than 140,000 employees worldwide at the end of 2023. Well, my heart goes out to Tesla employees during this very stressful time. It has to be gut-wrenching to worry about your job as the company begins to examine which positions are absolutely necessary. This is a reason why people should always have an emergency fund, in my opinion. Losing your job is an emergency, and you always want to be prepared. Having enough money in an emergency fund to cover 3 to 6 months of bills could make your life a lot less stressful if you lose your job. Right now, it's possible to get a 6-month U.S. Treasury paying around 5.3% interest, and there is no state tax, which makes them superior to a CD in my opinion. Not to mention, they are often regarded as one of the safest investments in the world. Of course, this is not financial advice. This is just what I think. Please keep in mind that everything in this video is for entertainment purposes only, and nothing in this video is financial advice or advice of any kind. If you need advice, seek advice from a qualified professional in good standing who puts your interests first and foremost. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Please also consider sharing this video with your friends. I want to extend a special thanks to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. I want to also thank all of my channel members. Check out some of the great books that I suggest you consider reading in the description below. I've included Amazon affiliate links to these books. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Stay healthy and wealthy. I'll see everyone in the next video.